Here's your WNEM TV5 news update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm David Custer. Among our top stories, an Iosco County man is in custody, accused of leaving explosives outside two cell phone stores in northern Michigan. The FBI began raiding a home in Whittemore last night, and it wrapped up early this afternoon. The nearly 24-hour raid resulted in the arrest of John Allen. All this began last week when investigators believe Allen made pipe bombs that were found last week outside two AT&T stores in Sheboygan and Sault Ste. Marie. Allen is charged with blackmail and attempted destruction of buildings. A man accused of holding two women against their will is now facing 8 charges. 33-year-old Chad Eric Bryant was arraigned in Saginaw County District Court, accused of abducting 2 women last week. One was his former girlfriend. On Friday afternoon, both women were found outside Owasso with minor injuries and taken to a hospital for treatment. Bryant barricaded himself in a home before surrendering. He was arrested on multiple felonies, including 2 counts of kidnapping, home invasion, and felonious assault. Bryant is being held without bond and due back in court on October 5th. The Michigan GOP suing Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson. The suit claims Governor Gretchen Whitmer has been illegally raising funds in excess of Michigan's contribution limit. Republicans are calling on Benson to administer Michigan election law to fairly limit contributions for all candidates for the same office. The case has been filed in federal court. And now here's Brian with your forecast.
Thanks very much, David. Where our rain over the last couple of days has been spotty, intermittent, it's going to start turning into a steadier and heavier rain as we move into tonight, and a long duration rain event at that. We look at the first Warren 5 Sky Tracker here tonight. For one, we have a slow moving but potent cold front sitting right over the state here tonight. Our temperatures already reflecting that, falling into the 60s and continuing to fall into the 50s as we head into the overnight period. But we're becoming more focused on this developing area of low pressure over eastern Illinois tonight. That is going to get quickly better organized into the overnight period and tomorrow, and start to work its way up through the Ohio Valley and then back in across Michigan as we head from Wednesday night into Thursday. The entire time we're going to see it pump into a tremendous fetch of moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico, and that's just going to lead to these prolonged periods of steady, heavy rain, especially across the southeastern half of lower Michigan over the next 24 to 36 hours. So hour-by-hour forecast plays out like this. Hit or miss type showers, maybe a rumble of thunder continuing just for the evening hours here tonight. By midnight, we start to see the steadier, heavier rains breaking out across the thumb, and they'll start to tend to back in farther to the northwest. So by the time we hit the morning commute on Wednesday, we're looking at moderate to heavy rain anywhere from the Tri-Cities, Flint metro area, the entire I-69 corridor, as well as the thumb. And you'll see here as I advance for the remainder of the day, it may kind of waver back and forth by a few miles from time to time, but this rain really doesn't go much of anywhere. Midday, tomorrow afternoon, perhaps a little bit of a reduction briefly in the intensity, but filling right back in those same areas, Tri-Cities south and east, into the evening commute on Wednesday. Same story around 9 p.m. Wednesday. Maybe another little break in the action around midnight tomorrow night, before then the low itself backs in across the state early Thursday, leading to one last round of more widespread heavier rain before then we gradually taper things off to showers as we head into our Thursday. So when all is said and done here, when we talk about the steadiest and heaviest portion of this event, which will be through Thursday morning, anywhere around the Tri-Cities, I think even the extreme north shore of Saginaw Bay here, back toward places like Alma, and right up to about, say, Birch Run, you're looking at about a 2 to 4 inch rainfall range through that stretch of time. 3 to 5 inches, I think, is going to be the baseline here for most locations in the thumb, all the way back into the Flint metro area, and locally higher amounts will be possible in those zones as well. So we're likely to have some pretty widespread issues with flooding in these areas, even back toward the Tri-Cities, and then totals tapering off back to about an inch or less once you get to about Clare and Gladwin on off toward the north and west. So for tonight, 52 is your overnight low, periods of heavy rain, thunder possible, along with much cooler conditions. And we can't lose sight of this fact. It is the first day of fall for tomorrow, much of a soaker as it's going to be. Periods of heavy rain at times, and that's your high temperature. I guess fitting for the first day of fall. Only 57 degrees. Showers linger on Thursday with the low itself, but they at least taper off to lighter rain, breezy conditions, another high in the mid-50s. Then back to 70 on Friday as we dry out finally, and just a few lingering morning showers into Saturday before drier and milder conditions resume into Monday.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.